shot your parents?
I did.
I'm a bus rider. I passed by and I saw what was happening.
I'm gonna die, aren't I? No.
By the way, there's some vehicles outside that have the bombs, just to let you know.
Listen to me.
Hey, it's Poonsie, and it looks like we're finally entering the cool waters of the 911 cause iceberg. The past 2 years are basically cases that I think most of you guys have already heard to some degree. Maybe you might have heard it on the news or on social media, but as we go deeper into the iceberg, the cases are only going to get more obscured and twisted. So I'm warning you that once we jump in, there's almost no turning back. But before we begin, I just want to thank you guys for your 10 subscribers. I never expected so much people to watch my first video. It got over 100 views, so for that I'm really grateful. And if you like this type of content and you're new, you should consider subscribing. It doesn't cost anything to you, and you get to help grow my channel out. Without further ado, I present to you the third tier.
What are you?
I don't know why I did it.
Okay.
We can all pretty much agree that murder is wrong, but the type of murder that really grinds my gears are murders with absolute no reasoning behind them. Alex Crain, who at the time of the murder was only 14 years old, dials 911 on December 2010. Now, I'm warning you that this call can be very frustrating to watch. It almost seems like he's playing dumb to me. I'll be playing the clip right now.
What is your name?
Alex,
Alex. What's going on?
my parents were shot.
Your what?
My parents were shot.
Your parents were shot?
Yes.
Stay on the line, okay? Alex, how old are you?
I'm 14.
14. Where are they now?
In the bathroom.
Okay, who shot your parents?
I did.
You did?
Yes.
Okay, stay on the line with me, okay?
Okay.
Let me get you some help. Was this an accident, Alex? How did this happen, sweetie?
I don't know.
You don't know?
First thing I was sleeping, the next thing I know, I had a gun in my hand. My parents were on the ground.
Okay, we're on the way, okay? Are they breathing?
I don't know.
Can you go check for me? We're going to help you, okay, sweetie? We're going to help you. Where did you shoot your parents at? Where did the gunshots land?
What?
You shot your parents, right? When you shot them, where did they hit them at?
I hit my dad in the shoulder, and I don't know where I hit my mom.
Okay, can you try to call your dad? Let me know if he's responding to you.
What?
Call your dad. Is he answering you?
Dad! Dad!
We're on the way, Alex. Where's the gun now?
It's in the bathroom.
Okay. What are you?
I don't know why I did it.
Okay. You said you were sleeping and you woke up with the gun in your hand? Huh?
Yes. You just told me to call 911.
Who told you to call 911?
My mom.
So your mom is breathing? She's answering you?
Mom! Answer me, Mom. Oh, this is all my fault.
Listen, Alex, we're going to get you some help, okay?
Reports would show Alex crying in the back of police cars, screaming that he didn't know why he did it, and unfortunately, no official answer would be given to them even after a trial for the reasoning behind killing his parents. Alex would be sentenced to 20 years in prison.
You have an emergency.
Yes, I do.
What is your emergency?
Listen, there's a naked man on the MacArthur Causeway. At the end of the causeway coming towards Biscayne Boulevard, he is beating another man to a pulp, like on top of the man, beating him. The man is bleeding.
Somebody's beating on him? They got his beating?
I'm a bus rider. I passed by and I saw what was happening. I pulled over.
I'm not talking about dispatcher. Okay.
Okay, so it's on the...
Okay, he's been beaten, you said?
He's beating another man. It's a naked man beating another man. I mean, beating him.
Beating another man.
Yeah, on the MacArthur Causeway, like towards the Miami Herald, is at the end of the causeway. But he's going to kill that man, I promise you.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you.
Now, you're welcome.
Bye-bye.
On May 6, 2012, Rudy Eugene would attack a homeless man named Ronald Popo in Miami, Florida. This whole entire encounter happened because Eugene accused Popo of stealing his Bible. This conversation would immediately result into Eugene beating Popo unconscious, where he would then pull down Popo's pants and began to bite his face, ripping chunks off and eating it. This whole event would shock the world, and it would later be dubbed as the Miami Zombie Attack. Apart from the cannibalistic side of this event, what cements the zombie title was the fact that when police authorities arrived, Eugene would continue to eat Popo's face even after being shot by police once. It would take multiple bullets to kill Eugene. While the reason behind the attack remained unclear, people speculate that Eugene was under a strong hallucinogenic street drug called bath salts. Such a crazy drug would explain his super strength Eugene had that day. Popo would be admitted to the hospital and survive, but not without cost. He ended up being permanently disfigured and blind, with 75 to 80% of his face missing.
And it's very, very, very hot.
Melissa Doi was a businesswoman who worked in a World Trade Center during the 9/11 terrorist attacks. The 9/11 terrorist attacks were a coordinated attack against the United States by the Wahhabi Islamist terrorist group known as Al-Qaeda. During the terrorist attack, Melissa was unfortunately in the South Tower, one of the towers that would be attacked. Melissa, along with 5 other people, were on the 83rd floor, and with no way up and no way down due to fires, Melissa would desperately dial 911. The following audio is a call she made.
Hi, ma'am. How you doing?
Are they going to be able to get somebody up here?
Of course, ma'am. We're coming up to you.
Well, there's no one here yet, and the floor is completely engulfed. We're on the floor, and we can't breathe.
Okay.
And it's very, very, very hot.
Are the lights still on?
The lights are on, but it's very hot.
Ma'am, stay
Very hot. We're all the way on the other side of Liberty, and it's very, very hot.
So how many people where you're at right now?
There's like 5 people here with me.
All up from the 83rd floor
3rd floor.
with 5 people. 5 patients. Everybody's having trouble breathing?
Everybody's having trouble breathing. Some people are worse.
And it's very hot there, but no fire, right?
I can't see because it's too high.
Very hot. No fire for now, and no smoke, right? No smoke, right?
Of course there's smoke.
Ma'am, you have to stay calm.
There is smoke. I can't breathe. I think there is fire because it's very hot.
Okay.
It's very hot everywhere on the floor.
Okay.
I don't see any air anymore.
Okay.
All I see is smoke.
Listen. The call is in. I'm documenting. I'm going to let those... Hold on 1 second, please.
I'm going to die, aren't I?
No.
I'm going to die.
Ma'am, say your prayers. And we're going to think positive because you got to help each other get off the floor. Now, stay calm.
God.
You're doing a good job, ma'am. You're doing a good job.
It's so hot. I'm burning up. Stay on the line with me, please.
Yes, ma'am. I am going to stay with you.
I'm dying.
Listen.
Near the end of the call, Melissa tells the dispatcher to set up a 3-way call with her mother so she could finally say her final words to her. Unfortunately, the dispatcher didn't have a 3-way system. Thinking fast, Melissa gave the 911 operator her mother's name and phone number in hopes of passing her final words to her. On that same evening, the dispatcher would phone Melissa's mother and tell her her final message. She said, "Tell my mother that I love her and that she's the best mom in the world." It would take 3 years for her remains to be found in the rubble.
Your people are going to get it, and I'm going to ignite it if they try to do anything stupid.
On June 12, 2016, Omar Mateen would shoot Pulse nightclub in Orlando, Florida, a nightclub that was specifically for gay people. Omar would commit the deadliest shooting by a single shooter in U.S. history, killing 49 people and wounding 53 others. While he showed troubling signs of mental health problems such as bipolarism and other behavior problems since childhood, his parents would have never believed him to do such a thing.
The edited courtroom video begins by showing Omar Mateen buying a ticket. Mateen then leaves the building, but returns less than 10 minutes later and almost immediately opens fire into the main part of the club with his semi-automatic rifle. He walks toward the back of the club, firing again. At one point, Mateen drops a used clip and reloads. He continues to fire away and then heads toward the restroom. 2:37, survivors can be seen climbing out of the building as law enforcement continues to enter the club.
He would hold many people in the club as hostages and make a series of calls identifying himself as the nightclub shooter. He would also identify himself to police dispatchers as an Islamic soldier and a soldier of God.
I want to let you know I'm in Orlando, and I did the shooting.
What's your name?
My name is, I pledge of allegiance to Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi of the Islamic State. By the way, there's some vehicles outside that have some bombs, just to let you know. Your people are going to get it, and I'm going to ignite it if they try to do anything stupid.
Okay, I understand that, and I'll pass that along. Can you tell me what vehicle? Because I don't want to see anybody get hurt.
No. Well, you need to know that they need to stop bombing Syria and Iraq. My homeboy Tamerlan Sarnaik did his thing on the Boston Marathon. My homeboy Munir Abu Salha did his thing. Okay, so now it's my turn.
A shootout between Mateen and police would ensue, and around 5 a.m., police would shoot and kill Mateen. Autopsy would find that he was shot 8 times in the head, chest, abdomen, calf, feet, and toe. Questions regarding his sexuality would also arise. Several people who knew Mateen speculated that he might have been gay or bisexual himself. A person who claimed to be his friend during when Mateen went to police academy claims that he has gone with him before to gay clubs. Frequent clubgoers would even recall him dancing with another man in clubs before. Mateen's possible motive could have been some toxic mixture of self-hatred of his sexuality and his loyalty to Islam. However, FBI could not find reasonable evidence to conclude such a thing.
You have an emergency.
Yes, I do.
What is your emergency?
I know the past few cases, you have witnessed how great police dispatchers can be, from counseling a child who just murdered his family, to guiding and transporting directions to police officers efficiently, to bargaining with crazed terrorists, and to even be there for emotional support in a caller's last minute of life. It's pretty obvious how important and helpful these brave workers are. However, this is not always the case. What if the person you call for help during a life or death situation doesn't offer you the moral support you desperately need? Deborah Stevens would unfortunately meet with such a character. During a spontaneous flash flood incident that would swoop Deborah into a river-like scenario, water seemed to slowly fill up her SUV, and with low oxygen supply, Deborah had to dial 911 for help. The following audio is a call she made.
I have an emergency, a severe emergency. I'm in a flooding. My car veered off the road while I was doing my newspapers, and I'm flooded over here on the end of Kincaid, and it's all the way up to my windows, and I can't get out, and I'm scared to death, ma'am. Can you please help me really bad?
I need you to calm down. I need you to tell me where you are.
I don't know, ma'am. I'm on the end of Kincaid down here by these apartments. There's some apartments on Kincaid. I don't know what they're called.
What color is your vehicle?
Avenue. And
right. Do you have a dark blue car is what I'm asking you?
It's gray SUV, lady, and the water's all the way up to my windows. And it's coming in my windows. I mean, I'm floating in water right now, ma'am.
And you're at close to the area of 5801 Kincaid?
Yes, ma'am. I need help right now.
What's your name?
Debbie Stevens. Please help me. I don't want to die.
You're not going to die.
I'm scared.
Did you go off the road into a ditch?
No, ma'am. I was in the parking lot of the apartments cutting through to go to my paper route because I couldn't go down 66th Street because it was flooded. And when I got to the end, I couldn't see the water in that driveway, and there was water everywhere. And it just took me away and started pulling me. How long is it going to be, ma'am? My son's going to die.
Okay, hold on for me.
Hello?
I'm listening to you. So I said, hold on for me.
I don't want to die.
Miss Debbie, I need you to calm down and hold on, okay? Listen to me. If you're doing the paper, you got to know at least a little bit of where you are.
I can do this paper right over here, ma'am. I was cutting through.
Okay. I'm going to send somebody out there to you, okay?
How long is it going to take?
I don't have an officer available, so it's going to take a minute. So I'm going to try to get somebody out there to you. Just hold on, okay?
I'm going to die. It's all the way up to my windows. I'm going to die.
You're not going to die.
I can't die. But I don't know how to swim, baby. I'm scared. And there's people over there watching me, and they're probably laughing, and they're over there looking at me.
People are looking at you and they're not going to help you?
It's getting bad. It's only past my steering wheel. I'm going to drown.
I understand that you're scared, but there's nothing I can do sitting in a chair, so you're going to have to hold on, and I'm going to send you somebody, okay?
I'm sorry, but I don't want to die today. Somebody save me.
Am I not on the phone with you trying to get you some help?
I need to call my mother-in-law so she knows I'm okay.
Okay, well, you're not okay, so you can call your mother-in-law when you're actually out of the vehicle, so no, you cannot call her right now.
Okay. Will you pray with me, please?
You go ahead and start off the prayer, and I'll listen to you. I sure will.
I've never had anything like this happen to me before.
Well, this will teach you next time. Don't drive in the water.
Couldn't see it, ma'am. I'm sorry, or I wouldn't have.
I don't see how you didn't see it. You had to go right over it, so.
No, ma'am. I was in a drive. I was in a parking lot. There was no water where I was at.
Okay. The water just didn't appear.
Ma'am, please.
Hold on for me. Hold on. Ladder 2.
Oh, my God.
Okay, where are you moving to? Tell me where it's going. Okay, tell me where you are.
Donna Renew was the police dispatcher in charge of this call. When this police call went public, it sparked intensive outrage due to how rude the police dispatcher was. Regardless, authorities would always insist that sincere effort was being made. With the freak flash flood that came out of nowhere, and the fact that this was Donna's last shift after submitting resignation letter earlier that August, everything that happened on that day seemed to have it out for Deborah. It was just a stack of bad luck, one after another, that would cost Deborah greatly. Authorities responded to the scene 12 minutes after Deborah dialed 911. However, due to the harsh waters, it would take police officials over an hour to finally track and open the vehicle. Unfortunately, by the time rescuers had secured the car, Deborah had drowned. Just listening to the screams she makes right after being taken away, saying that she can't breathe repeatedly, really sends chills down my spine. Hopefully she's in a better place now.